I live just outside a small town in northern Oregon. My nearest neighbor is about half a mile away, and on most nights, the only sounds I hear are the wind through the trees and the occasional car miles down the road. I moved here for peace, a quiet life away from noise and people. But now, I don't think I will ever feel safe being alone again. This happened in 2022, right at the start of autumn. The days were shorter, the nights colder, and the rain never seemed to stop. It was a Sunday evening, and I remember it clearly because I had spent most of the day inside, watching reruns and fixing a leaky faucet. Sometime around 7 p.m., there was a knock at my door. I barely heard it over the rain. When I opened the curtain, I saw a man standing there, completely soaked. He looked to be in his 30s, wearing an old flannel shirt and a cap pulled down over his eyes. He smiled awkwardly and said, "Sorry to bother you. My car broke down up the road. Mind if I wait here? If that's okay?" That was a red flag. The nearest road was barely a dirt trail, and no one just waits around here. I apologized and told him I wasn't comfortable letting strangers in. He didn't argue. He just gave me his long stare, nodded once, and walked back into the rain. I closed the door and locked it, double checking the back door too. An hour passed. I'd mostly put it out of my mind until I saw something strange through the side window. A dim orange glow coming from the woods. It flickered softly like a fire. At first I thought maybe he had lit a campfire to stay warm. But the longer I looked, the more it bothered me. The rain hadn't stopped yet, yet the flame stayed steady, like it was being shielded. And standing beside it, I saw a shape, a person. They weren't moving, just standing there. It was too dark to see the face, but I could tell they were actually facing my direction, watching. I called the local sheriff's office. They said they'd send a unit out to check. It would take time though, at least 45 minutes on muddy back roads. After hanging up, I picked again. The fire was still burning, but now the figure was gone. And that's when I heard it. Footsteps on the wet porch outside. Slow, I thought. I backed I backed away from the window. The footsteps circled the house, stopping near the back door. Then came a low metallic sound like someone testing the handle. My heart was pounding so hard I could barely think. I grabbed the handgun that I kept my nightstand and hid near the hallway. Seconds later, there was a heavy thud against the back door. Then another. He was trying to break in. I aimed towards the sound. and fired a single warning shot into the wall beside the door frame. The echo filled the room. When it faded, all I could hear was the rain again, nothing else. A few minutes later, red and blue lights flashed across the trees. When the deputies arrived, they found footsteps leading away into the woods. But what they discovered near that fire was worse. There was a small duffel bag half buried in the mud. Inside, a rope, duct tape, a hunting knife, and gloves. Whatever that man was, he hadn't come for shelter. He had come prepared. They never found him. The rain washed away most of the tracks, and no cars were found abandoned nearby. The sheriff said he probably knew the area well, maybe even lived close. It's been 5 years since then, and I still live in the same house. Every time it rains, I swear I can hear footsteps outside the back door again, and I can't tell if it's just my head, or if it's still out there, waiting for the right time or the right night to come back. If you want to listen to more chilling stories like this, then like and subscribe to Mystery Inn so you don't miss an update. See you in the next video.